Hey everyone, today I'm going to try out the 2019 Trek Stache. It's a 29 plus and 3-inch wide tire, so should be a lot of fun. I've ridden a hardtail a long time. This thing is going to be fun. It's got ridiculously short chainstays on it, and those big tires are just begging to have some fun, so stick around. Man, I can already tell this thing is going to be a lot of fun. Even without suspension and all these rocks, it's got so much grip, and it's actually pretty comfortable. You do have to be a little more careful with the lines, but definitely a surprise. Oh yeah. Gobs of grip.
I didn't look at any of the specs or the marketing hype on this bike before the ride, so I had no idea what to expect.
I like it. Nice.
I think the best use for this bike would be all-day adventure rides, and with some creativity and packing, maybe even a bike packing machine.
Come on, baby. Grip. Oh yeah. Woo.
As a hardtail, I kind of expected it to be a pretty good climber. This thing is a climbing machine. I normally climb seated, but for this bike I had to pretty much exclusively switch to out of the saddle climbing. But the reward is instant, precise, predictable power output with just enough feedback from those plus tires. The XR2s roll fast, and with the proper pressure, grip like crazy.
Oh man. Oh crap. That was good.
It's actually a surprisingly competent descender. With a relaxed posture, heels down, and good lines, it's pretty forgiving. But this beast shines on fast, fairly smooth single track. Once you get it rolling, it wants to hold its line and keep speed. Here's a better look at the machine. The Stache 7 comes in at about $2,600 in the US. This color is called Matte Cobra Blood. Actually looks pretty cool. I'm not going to read all the specs, but I'll include a link in the description. But I do want to cover some of the things that I think stand out and make this bike what it is. The RockShox Yari RL has 120 millimeters of travel. It seemed pretty stiff, and that's due to the 35 millimeter stanchions. The tires are the XR2 29 by 3 inch. The drivetrain is the SRAM NX Eagle 1x12, and it's got a 30-tooth chainring. As you'd expect, most of the components are Bontrager. In order to make room for that big tire, they call this the mid-stay chainstay. Hubs front and rear are boost. The geometry seemed pretty much dead on. Both the head tube and the C-tube angles come in at 67.8 degrees. It made it pretty comfortable, climbs well, and it's just slack enough for the descents. Brakes are the Shimano MT500 hydraulic disc brakes. If you look real close, you'll see what Trek calls the stranglehold dropout. It's a sliding dropout, kind of like on a BMX bike, so if you were so inclined, you could run this as a single speed.
Well, the Trek Stache was surprisingly fun. It's actually making me rethink what my second bike should be. I was kind of looking at maybe getting a longer travel 27.5 for the days that I want to go out and play. But I tell you what, short of really, really gnarly downhill, this thing did everything. The plus size tires gripped like Velcro on anything. Even if it was super loose, super gravelly and dry, if I had the legs to power it, I could climb it. It was amazing. And being a hardtail, man, when you put the power down, it's instant. So it's been a long time since I rode a hardtail, and it was a lot of fun. I would really like to see what this thing would do if you got it to like a bike park, someplace where you could go out and really get it on some jumps, get it in the air. I mean, that rear end is tucked back in so close to the bottom bracket, it just felt like at any moment you could just push that back in wherever you wanted. So anyway, I really enjoyed it. I was kind of surprised. I thought it was going to be kind of a compromise. I was trying to see if I could get a hold of a full suspension bike to be able to ride out here. I'm out in El Paso, but this is what they had. And I gotta tell you, I would not hesitate to ride one again. I might even start looking to see if anybody's out there wanting to sell one cheap. I mean, it's solid as a rock. And really, for a 29 with 3-inch tires, at 29 pounds, I didn't feel that at all. So, it was a blast to ride all day. Every now and then I kind of had to remind myself that I didn't have a shock on the back, but it didn't cause any crashes. So if you have any questions about the bike or my impressions on anything else, go ahead and leave it in the comments. If you like this, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you're like me and just refuse to act your age, go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching.